We're just finishing off a refurbishment of this raft bed that's in our INDY 23 system. Now the reason we've done it is because this bed had some problems. When we first built this, we didn't use treated pine, we just used ordinary construction pine, and the result was that some of the members underneath that were holding it up started to go rotten and bend. So we thought it was an ideal time during the drought, when we had to we had to make a choice of closing one of the greenhouses down because we just didn't have the water to supply the plants. So we chose this one because this bed was a little bit sus, and so we thought we'd rebuild this bed. We've put new plywood, we've put new side timbers, but we've preserved the legs. The legs, when we built it, were all made from treated pine, CCA treated pine, so they've survived quite well. So all the rest of the timber and the plywood is new. The foam underneath that gives us a liner is not new, it's the old foam, but we've got a brand new liner we've put in. This is L.D.P.E liner, low density polyethylene, which is said to be food safe. And now we're just filling it with water. We're about to staple the liner off and fasten it down and trim it up, and then in a little while we will go ahead and put the coping on and get the floats working, the rafts working. As part of the reinstating the INDY 23 system, now that we've had the beautiful rain and our water hole is full, our dams are full again, so we've probably got enough water for a couple of years now if it doesn't rain again. And you can see the wicking bed that we kept watered while the drought was on anyway, and we just let it go wild. And look at the pumpkin bush we've got in it. It's just, pumpkin bush is amazing. But anyway, we might just have to pull that out soon and plant it with some more useful plants. But you can see here we've got rows planted here already. This is mostly all-weather spinach or multi-season spinach that we've planted it with. And you can see we've got a couple of lettuce plants that are about to go in. And so on, and up the middle we've got some amaranth, small amaranth plants. So give it a few weeks and this will just be bursting with life again. Currently though, in the system we do not have any fish. Our mineralisation tank is being reinstated and is busy gurgling away. Our fish tanks are running nicely, aeration is going well. You can see we've grown some duckweed while we've been offline, but now everything's going great again. We just have to find some fish from somewhere to populate it out with fish, and everything will be hunky-dory, as they say. So there you go, the refurbishment of our raft bed in the INDY 23 system, reinstating the media beds and replanting them up, and we'll have to do some work on that wicking bed down there, and I think unfortunately we might just have to scrap the pumpkin vine because it's loaded with male flowers but very few female flowers. Okay, I've finished opening it off, now I'm just going to trim it off, trim the wasted material. Those INDY builders out there who are building INDY 23 systems, you'll notice this is not according to plan. We've actually put extra timber in this time to reinforce the plywood so it doesn't bow out a little bit, because what happened to us last time with this bed being about 6 years old approximately, over time, as the timbers underneath, as I explained to you earlier, were only made of standard pine, and they began to sag and go a little bit rotten, so that placed more stress on the plywood, I'm sorry, and started to make it bow. So this time we put some extra timber in all the way along between the legs to support the plywood, which is 12mm or half-inch plywood. And yeah, so right now we're filling the bed. Pretty soon we'll put the rafts back in and we'll plant it up, and then when we've done that we'll go and put the nice coping back on top to finish it off. And here's the water filling back into the raft bed from the system, so it's gradually filling up. It takes about 2,500 litres to fill that. And here we've got some plantings we've just put into the raft beds. They're the same old raft beds we've had for several years, well, since the system was actually built. So there you go, all finished. How good is that?